A very good evening to all of you. I'm Rithi Jain from Atal Innovation Mission Niti Ayog, and I warmly welcome all of you in today's Mentoring Hour session. This is the season 2 of our Mentoring Hour, and we'll be hosting first episode today. And the title of our session is Applications of AI and ML Machine Learning in Enhancing Social Welfare. To take up this session with us, today we have Dr. Neha Jain, a seasoned academician with over 14 years of teaching experience in the field of artificial intelligence. She holds MTech and PhD from GGCPU, New Delhi, and currently serves as head of Department of AI at Delhi Technical Campus. She also is our mentor of change, and Dr. Jain has contributed extensively to AI research with 4 patents and multiple publications in reputed national and international journals. So, in this session, she will introduce the fundamentals of AI and ML and how these technologies can be used to shape up the future and their potential applications across sectors, social sector particularly including healthcare, education, agriculture. So I feel it personally, I feel it is a must attend session for students, teachers, and all the mentors, all the stakeholders in ATL ecosystem. And I'm eager to explore what technologies she's going to teach us today. And particularly, we can use these emerging and advanced technologies in improving all the indicators in so many social sectors today. So over to you, Dr. Neha. Thank you.
Namaskar and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for the invitation and for introducing me. I appreciate this opportunity. Thank you all for coming and joining here today. As you see on the screen, our topic of today is applications of AI/ML in enhancing social welfare. In my presentation, I will focus on different applications with example. So before going forward, I want to present a quote by a Fifi Lee, AI professor at Stanford University, that the purpose of AI is not to replace humans, but to augment human capabilities and solve problems that were previously unsolvable. So if I'll talk about the applications of AI/ML in enhancing social welfare, we are going to cover the 4 important applications and aspects, that is healthcare, education, environmental protection, and social services. So why there is actually a need of AI/ML in social welfare, why we are actually dealing with it, why we are implementing new technologies in order to enhance the social welfare. The main points are handling big data, because as the users are increasing day by day, we are getting a lots of data. In order to handle the big data, we need to use the AI/ML. It also improved decision making. It enhanced the accessibility, and we also getting an opportunity to use a real time monitoring. For example, if we want to predict a temperature after of an hour, we are using ML algorithms in order to obtain that. It also gave us a personalized solutions in order to get a better treatment, and also it helps to get a detection of fraud and abuse. So before moving forward, I wanted to introduce what is AI and ML. Over here in the diagram, we can see that the artificial intelligence is a combination of machine learning and deep learning. Or we can say machine learning and deep learning are the subsets of artificial intelligence. If we want to describe the machine learning, we can say it is a set of methods and tools which help realize the goal of a field of artificial intelligence. And if we talk about the deep learning, then it is the use of neural networks containing many layers in a subfield of machine learning. In the diagram, we can also see that there are the 3 applications of machine learning and deep learning. They are computer vision, natural language processing, and recommendation system. These are the subfields of AI which rely on machine learning methods. If we talk about natural language processing, we all are using Siri in our daily needs. And if we talk about the recommendation system, we are using it in an online shopping and OTT like Amazon Prime and Netflix. So, what is machine learning? Machine learning is nothing as a field of study that gives computers the ability to learn without being explicitly programmed. Very important, without being explicitly programmed, we are telling the computers that they have to do something and produce a fruitful result. And this statement is given by Arthur Samuel. In other words, we can say that instead of providing a computer with exact instructions to solve a problem, we show it examples of the problem to solve and let it figure out how to solve it. This can be explained with the help of a diagram, which we are which we are having here. Now, the difference between the ML and a traditional software, over here, I have defined two figures, figure 1 and figure 2. In a figure 1, this represents a traditional software that generate predictions. However, in figure 2, it predicts using machine learning. So if I'll talk about the figure 1, we can say that we have a system and two inputs are given to a system. First is input data and the rules. Means system will produce the output based on the rules, and that output will be used. However, in machine learning, we have a model which is known as machine learning model, and in which model we are giving a two inputs, input data and the previous output. Based on these two input, ML model will predict and generate the new output. Very important point to be noticed over here is that the new output depend upon the previous output. That is very important thing in a machine learning. Now, if we talk about the brief history of AI/ML, we can see that in early 1800s, there is an origin of statistical learning. However, when we go forward, in year between 1943 to 1960, there is early AI research on artificial neural network. As we proceed forward in year 1980s and 1990s, there is modern ML foundations, and from 2009 to present, we can see there is a huge boom in deep learning. So, a very important quote which I like the most is that to know what you know and what you don't know, that is the true knowledge. Now, I am coming towards the application of AI/ML in enhancing the social welfare. And first application which I am covering is artificial and machine learning in healthcare. If I talk about early disease detection, there is already a case study available, which is Google's AI for diabetic retinopathy detection. Over here, Google developed an AI system that analyzes retinal images of the patient, and using the system, it detects the sign of diabetic retinopathy. Over here in this diagram, we have a system which is working on a deep learning. Means we are using images of a retina, and on the basis of that images, a machine learning model will use its data and predict that the particular patient will have a problem or not. Now, we are talking about another case study that is available for AI/ML in healthcare, that is IBM Watson Oncology Assisting Doctors. And it is basically a machine learning in cancer diagnosis. Over here, it gave us a clinical decision support system designed to help oncologists to analyze complex patient data, medical history, genomic profiles, pathology, and scans. Based on these reports, a AI model will turn its model and suggest a cancer treatment options. It recommend evidence-based treatment options drawn from clinical guidelines, medical literature, and trial data. Doctor, consider these recommendations for the patient care. Now we are talking about the next case study that is available for AI/ML in healthcare is Blue Dot. Blue Dot is a Canadian-based company which give us a early prediction of COVID-19. It is the predicting disease outbreaks which we use as from the Blue Dot company. It is AI-driven healthcare monitoring company, use machine learning and natural language processing, which we also called as NLP, to analyze news reports, airline ticketing data, and animal disease networks. It also identified unusual pneumonia cases in Wuhan and China in December 2019. And I told earlier that a Blue Dot is a company which predicted the COVID-19 potential spread days before official sources acknowledge it. Now we are talking about another AI and ML case study in healthcare, which is a AI chatbots for mental health. Visa and Voibot providing a therapy support. Over here, AI-powered mental health chatbots provide accessible, confidential, and affordable emotional support. It uses natural language processing and cognitive behavioral therapy to help users manage stress, anxiety, and depression through conversational interactions. However, it is not possible to obtain or to get the doctor 24 by 7, but this AI powered mental health chatbots are available for humans 24 by 7. Now we are coming to another AIML healthcare case study. This is AI powered telemedicine in rural areas. And I'm talking about the case study which we are currently using in India. Over here, we are using Google AI and Arman. Arman is basically a application programming interface, advancing reduction in mortality and morbidity of mothers, children, and monoliths. It is used for transferring healthcare delivery in rural regions by enabling remote diagnosis, real time consultations, and personalized treatment plans. Over here, a AI system available in the remote areas, patient go to that AI remote system or a AI system, it consult remotely, and based on the AI model, the prescription has been provided to the patient in which the patient will follow that prescription. Now, if I talk about the another case study or an application of AI/ML in healthcare, we are having a wearable and AI detecting stress and depression. Over here, user wears smart wearable devices, and the data has to be collected through that watches such as heart rate, sleep activity, skin temperature. The data has to be transmitted through mobile app or cloud. Based on AI algorithm, it analyzes the pattern depending upon the heart rate variability, activity level, sleep quality, and daily routines. Based on this data, which has been collected by the AI algorithms, the elevated stress signals, irregular sleep, low activity, or a social withdrawal will be identified. On the basis of that, the AI platform suggests the patient that maybe it is suffering from stress level alerts or mood tracking. However, it promotes mental health well being and personalized mental health care. Now, I'll talk about the AIML in education. Intelligent tutoring system and the squirrel AI in China is one of the case study which China is using for intelligent tutoring system. Over here, we use innovative Chinese education tech company that uses artificial intelligence to deliver personalized tutoring for students. Over here, each student have to be analyzed with their strength and weakness and provide customized lessons and exercise to improve learning outcomes. Based on that, there will be the bridge educational gaps and especially in the underserved areas. Now, I'm talking about the another case study in AIML in education, that is automatic grading and feedback. That is AI grading essays and multiple choice questions. Over here, it evaluates the multiple choice question and analyze written essays for content, grammar, and structure. This whole process speeds up the assessment process and provide consistent and unbiased feedback that allow teachers to focus more on personalized instructions and student engagement. All the data will be stored in LMS and database that can be used in advance or in previous feedback. Now, another case study is supporting special education, and we are using AI tools for that. Special case AI tools for dyslexia and speech therapy. In this, we have one case study that is given by the Microsoft, which is Seeing AI and the Bookshare Reader. And this particular case study has been used globally. Over here, it provides a real-time reading support, text-to-speech conversion, and personalized learning experience. The input analysis will be taken based on a dyslexia and the speech. AI process the model based on NLP, that is language detection, and ML for clarity and fluency. The personalized feedback will be given to all the patients, and the progress tracking will be done. It helps users improve communication skills at their own pace. Now we have another case study in AI/ML in education, that is smart classrooms, where we use IoT and AI for better engagement and attendance tracking. Over here, we have installed a sensors and camera that tracks student attendance and participation automatically. So no teacher will be allotted with the new duty to monitor the attendance of each student. However, it also analyzes engagement levels and tailor lessons to keep students actively involved. Now we are coming to another application, that is AI/ML for environmental protection. And the case study which we are considering is climate modeling and weather prediction using drones. Over here, we deploy drones in all the region and we collect the data in a real time. The data has to be transmitted through ground stations or cloud platforms, and the data will be processed at the stations which are available. Based on AI/ML modeling, it analyzes the trends, predict local and global weather patterns, and feed that data into a simulation models. After that, it combined with AI, and this data help predict extreme weather events, monitor environmental change, and support disaster preparedness and to a next AI/ML for environmental protection case study, that is AI-enabled camera systems and drones monitoring forest and wildlife in real time. And the current state case study, which has already been going in a Kenya, is Wildbook plus Microsoft AI. Over here, it detects the illegal lodging and track animals' movement and identify threats to biodiversity. It also uses drones in the same way which we talked in the previous case. It collects the data and sends the data to a station where the recommendation and investigation will be take place. It supports conversational efforts by providing accurate data for timely action and sustainable forest management. Now, if we talk about the another case studies, we have a smart energy usage using a smart grids. It uses IoT sensors and AI to monitor and manage energy distribution efficiently. Means at the power content required at one house may be vary as compared to another house. So it distributed the energy as per the need. It also balances supply and demand in real time. It reduces energy waste and integrate renewable resources. It empower consumers to optimize their energy usage, leading to a more sustainable and reliable power system. Another application or a case study we are talking on is disaster prediction and warning. It analyzes vast amounts of geological, meteorological, and environmental data. It gave us an early warning system powered by AI, provide timely alerts, minimizing loss of life and property. Japan and Philippines already using this application with the help of IBM Watson and national weather agencies. Now, next we have is waste management using AI sorting. Over here, we do not use human to differentiate or to separate the recyclables and non-recyclables. Over here, we use a concept of computer vision and robotic arms. It automatically identifies and separates recyclables, organic waste, and non-recyclables. From this, it improves the recycling rates, also reduce human labor, and promotes efficient and sustainable waste management. Now we are coming to another application, that is AI/ML in social services. The first case study or an example which we are going to cover is fraud detection in welfare. Over here, AI analyze large volume of welfare data to detect patterns and anomalies using machine learning. Nowadays, a lot of research is happening on this particular case study. Another, we're talking about identify vulnerable communities. It analyze your artificial intelligence and machine learning analyze socioeconomic, health, and environmental data to identify communities at a risk due to poverty, poor health access, or climate impacts. Also, in Africa, Stanford University is doing a lot of research with the World Bank. It also designed to targeted interventions and improve support. Now, we are talking about the AI for employment matching. In my college, many students have built a project on this case study for employment matching. And how and why we used to do it, that it give us a resume passing and ranking. It give us a candidate job fit scoring. It provides a chatbot for initial screening. It give us a predictive analytics for candidate success. And it provide us the bias detection and diversity hiring. Many companies in India is using AI for employment matching, and these are Naukri.com, which is also known as InfoEdge. We have another company as Edge Networks, which is known as Edge AI. Another company is Belong AI and Hire Pro. Now, we are using another case study, AI detecting misinformation online. We all know that using chatbot, using social services, any lots of misinformation is spreading. So we have a lots of algorithms and a machine learning concept where we can actually avoid these type of misinformation. And how we have to use that and how we have to do it, we use a concept of NLP, computer vision, bot detection, graph analysis, and knowledge graph. NLP is nothing as a natural language processing, which fast checking the claims in text. If you talk about the computer vision, it detects the manipulated images or videos. If we talk about the bot detection, it gives us an idea and help to identify fake accounts. And if we talk about the graph analysis, it helps us to spot misinformation networks. And very important, we also talk about the knowledge graph, which actually verifies the fact against databases. And many companies which they are using AI for detecting misinformation online is Facebook, Google Jigsaw, that is a Perspective API, Twitter, which is now X, Logically AI in India and UK, Factor Meta, fake news detection research, that is for academics. Now we are coming to another application, which is AI ML in agriculture. Over here, the precise farming predicting crop yield and pest attacks. In this figure, we can say or we can see that there we have uses a predictive analysis. In all the predictive analysis, there is a crop monitoring, pest detection, soil monitoring, weed detection, crop disease detection. Everything is now possible with the help of AI and IoT. Over here, we have used the wireless sensors which have been used in IoT. All these wireless sensors connecting the information from predictive analysis and this concept and sending all the data toward the storage system or the systems which are available at the center. It collects the data, use a model, and based on that, it predicts that the particular crop is actually having a problem or not. Based on that, it also suggests the solutions in order to make a precise or precision farming. Now we have a smart irrigation water management. Over here, as we all know that excess of watering actually spoils our crop and plants. And this smart irrigation water management uses machine learning, artificial intelligence, and very important, we are using IoT. Over here, we are using a Raspberry Pi, we are using a sensors, all the collecting information from the farm, and that information being sent to our data centers which actually running a models based on machine learning, and that machine learning models with the help of a data which received from the farm plus the previous data which is available, it compare the particular data and give us a fruitful output. Now, what are the benefits of using AI ML? As we all have an idea now, it improves the efficiency and accuracy. It is a cost effective services and it enhances the reach. Also, it is a data driven decisions. Now, what are the challenges and ethical concern we actually deal or which we actually face when we are dealing with the AI ML? That is data privacy and security. It also gives us a bias in algorithms, means if the ML model is not working fine or it has some insufficient data, it gives us an error. Error is nothing as a bias, which is in the algorithm. Next, we have another challenge, which is known as accessibility issues. And the very important, a new researchable topic is now explainable AI. As many people are not aware that what is actually happening in artificial intelligence and machine learning. The new concept, which is known as explainable AI, give us an idea in a short form or in a basic language or an easy to understand language that what exactly the AI ML doing and how it is performing all that functions. Now, if we talk about the future directions, we have to cover the concept of inclusive AI design. We have to find out the areas and the region where actually a community face problems. So we have to figure out community driven solutions. We also have to focus on the areas of cross sector collaboration and regulations and ethical frameworks. At the conclusion, I want to say that it is a transformative potential for social welfare. It is responsible for deployment as it is a key, and it is a technology that should benefit everyone. Now, if anybody wants to go for a research in AI and ML, and they have to consider the data sets which are all available in a Google. So this is basically a data sets libraries and the names available. If you want to get a data based on ML and AI, the various data sets can be available from Kaggle data sets, UCI machine learning repository, Google dataset search datasets, paper with the code, and OpenML. I want to show you all one of the example of Kaggle. Give me a minute for that. I hope my screen is visible to everyone. So this is a Kaggle site from where you can download the number of data sets. If you go on a left of side, there is an option of data sets, right? All the data sets are available. All data sets, computer science data sets, education, classification, computer vision, NLP, data visualization. You can use these data sets in order to build your own project or an ML research paper. Over here, if I talk about 18,216 data sets are available for the computer science. And if we talk about first data set which is available, that is a Google AI job market and salary trends 2025. If we will click, this type of thing will be open and you can download the data from here. If you will click on the download, click over zip file, download process will begin. And if we will open this file, we will get a CSV file. Okay, so this is the data set which is available in an Excel file. You have to download this and install in a Drive or a Google Colab if you are aware of Google Colab. Google Colab is a platform where you can cloudly write your own codes in the Python. I can also show you the Google Colab. It is a platform provided by Google in which we can code the Python. You have to log in Google Colab by your own Gmail account. So my laptop is already logged in through my account. So this is a Google Colab in which you can use a new notebook new and you can write your own code over here. It is loading. So this is a platform they have provided. You can write your own code. Everything is available over here. You have to download and install your code. For example, if I'll talk about, I can upload my file from here. I'll click on that. I'll go to downloads where that particular data has been installed. You can click on this side. Okay, I have to install the Excel file in a different folder. Yes, in this way, the data set has been installed in the drive. You can write your own code and perform the different functions or whatever you are interested in. You can build your own model or you can predict the data that is already available with your current data. So I'll go back to my presentation. Though I talked about the Kaggle dataset, you can also have the other datasets if you're talking about the journal ML and AI datasets. Now, if we talk about the domain specific datasets, we have a computer vision and image and the datasets which are available as ImageNet, COCO, or visual data. You can get the data from these domains and you can use it for your own research. If we talk about the natural language processing, we have a data sets available as Hugging Face data sets, Glue Benchmark, Squad, Speech and Audio, Libre Speech, Common Voice by Mozilla. And we talk about we want to go for a research in healthcare and medical. So data set and the lots of data is available on Psychonet and PIH chest X-ray data set. You can use, they are free of cost. You can use for your own research, for your own prediction. And another, if you're talking about social and economic data, the data sets are available for World Bank data, UN data, and Gapeminder. Now, I'm coming to an end. And before my end, I want to say that AI is not just about innovation, it's about impact. As a future engineers, researchers, and the citizens, you have the chance to shape technology that uplifts society, protects the environment, and ensures equity. And the very important quote, which is given by UNESCO AI Ethics Report, if we can harness AI responsibly, it can help tackle some of the world's biggest social challenges. So, these are the questions. Think about it. Can you think of a social problem AI could help solve? Or how might you use your skills to build tech for good? And thank you from my side. If you have any question and discussions, they are most welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Neha. It was quite an insightful session. We have received around 18 questions, but due to time scarcity, we would not be able to take all of them. I'll try and merge few of the questions here.
Sure, ma'am.
One is what academic or skill building path would you recommend for school students interested in pursuing career in AI and ML? And in
Okay.
this, I'll also like to merge one or two more questions so that you can answer it in one
Sure.
go.
So,
What emerging trends or technologies in AI should young innovators keep an eye on over the next 5 to 10 years?
okay.
So, yeah,
So
yeah.
I am again sharing my screen and I want to show you all from where you can find out the best research topics which are currently going on AI and ML. So for that, I request everyone, all the researchers and students to make an account on Google Scholar. You have to go on a browser and write Google Scholar. I hope my screen is visible. Ma'am, can you please confirm me?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So you have to go to the Google Scholar and just click, if I talk about the topic which I have covered, social enhancing. If we will click on this, we will get all the research which is currently going on AI and ML. On the left hand side, if you click on six since 2025, what are the latest research which has already been doing and what you can do, all will be available on this. So I request all the researchers and the students to at least visit a Google Scholar and try to figure it out. What are exactly the research topics the researchers are doing, and if, what are the communication, what are the publications they are working on. For example, if I talk about us on social welfare, so this is the all machine learning and data science and social science methods, application, and future directions. All this is available on the internet. So if you want to go for a research, do prepare a previous literature survey, means read as many as papers and the research which has been done previously. It gives us give you an idea that how you can proceed. Otherwise it will become a quite difficult. So my suggestion, go and find out on a Google Scholar that what the current research topics are going, and most of the research which is actually happening is in education and healthcare.
Thank you for answering that question, Dr. Neha. One question is what are the challenges in scaling AI based solutions from a lab prototype to a full scale public deployment?
Okay, so ma'am, basically what we are actually facing right now is that we are not able to provide a remote access. Also, we need to take a permission from the organization before deploying a drones. So this is the main constraint, and also somehow in some cases, a security and the cost effectiveness.
Right. Sure. Um, And then I will be merging two questions here. They are asking what are the ethical implications of AI in decision making, especially in areas like employment and criminal justice. And one that I think can be clubbed here is, can AI be trained to be truly unbiased? Or is some degree of bias inevitable due to the data it's trained on?
Okay, so if we talk about the models, it will give us a prediction value. It will not give us a perfectly all right value. So we take a bias to some extent when we are doing a modeling and we are writing an algorithm. We take some consideration of bias. So yes, it is not possible to get 100% of accurate information. We get a prediction value.
And how about the ethical implication question that was there? What are the ethical implications of AI in decision making, especially in areas of employment or criminal justice?
Ma'am, actually it depends. Matlab, if we are talking about the cases, we're talking about the different application, it depend upon the application wise. So I cannot define it on a particular case, but it varies. If we talk about, we have a constraints of some areas, we're talking about the poverty and we're talking about the fraud detection. Over here, we are not able to get the data. In that cases, it will go like that.
Sure. Thank you for answering the questions for our viewers. And we extend our heartfelt thanks to you for the insightful and such an engaging session on artificial intelligence and machine learning. And I mean, your deep expertise and practical examples made the session really interesting for all our viewers and the ATL community. And we are truly grateful for your time. And thank you. And we are looking forward to many such more sessions. And I would like to request all the community members that our Tinkerpreneur 2025 is on, and the theme of the initiative is AI only. So we would request you to participate, do project development, do participate in the initiative. It's a lot of learning, and leverage all the repository that we have, all the knowledge resources that AIM is creating for you all. And we'll be coming up with more such sessions. Till then, keep tinkering. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.